Off with Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence, so everybody can stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Okay, we will start the meeting off with Dr. Wilkerson, a presentation of our valedictorians and salutatorians.
Good evening, Chairman Phillips, members of the school board, and Dr. Stanley. Tonight, I am pleased to share a celebration of the Campbell County Public Schools class of 2026. This presentation highlights the accomplishments of our graduates, their post-secondary plans, scholarship awards, and recognition of our valedictorians and salutatorians. Okay, thanks. Okay, the class of 2026 represents an outstanding group of students who have demonstrated academic excellence, perseverance, leadership, and service. As they prepare to begin the next chapter of their lives, we are proud to celebrate not only their achievements, but also the many pathways they have chosen to pursue after graduation. This year, Campbell County Public Schools graduated 592 students. Collectively, these students earned more than $3 million in scholarship offers for their first year of post-secondary education. When projected across 4 years, these scholarships exceed $11.3 million. These figures represent both the remarkable accomplishments of our students and the significant financial opportunities they have earned through their hard work and dedication. The post-secondary plans of our graduates are quite diverse. Approximately 54% of our graduates plan to pursue a 4-year degree, while nearly 13% will attend a 2-year college. We are equally proud of students entering the workforce, military service, apprenticeship programs, technical schools, internships, volunteer service, and gap year opportunities. This year, Campbell County Schools recognized an impressive number of early college scholars. The Early College Scholars Program allows eligible public high school students to earn a minimum of 15 transferable college credits while fulfilling the requirements of an advanced studies diploma. Among these students, 39 completed DE coursework, 23 earned early college distinctions, 11 participated in governor's school, 6 completed STEM Academy programs, 2 completed programs through the Technical Center, and 10 achieved the distinction through advanced placement coursework. And now I will ask our secondary administrators, beginning with Ms. Anderson, to present their school's valedictorian and salutatorian.
Good evening, board members. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. So I'm going to start with my salutatorian. I introduce you to Nicholas Abbott. Abbott is the son of Cynthia and Thomas. He attended the STEM Academy, where he received the Academic Achievement Award for having a perfect 4.0. He plans to attend the University of Lynchburg after graduation, and he's going to get a degree in computer science. He also earned the Lynchburg Merit Scholarship for $25,000 a year. Congratulations, Nick. We're so proud of you. Unfortunately, my valedictorian is not here, but he is still having a celebration of graduation. I hope he will be back tomorrow because we compete in the soccer quarterfinals at Alta Vista, so we definitely need him there. But I still want to speak on his behalf. Tristan Bennett is the son of Jamie and Susan Bennett. He was a member of the NHS. He also helped raise $40,000 for the Phil Gibbs Ducks Unlimited chapter. He was part of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He was a member of our varsity football team where he was first team All-State. He was All-Region Kicker 2 years as well as All-Dogwood District for 2 years. He's been a member of the varsity soccer team for 4 years where he was All-Region twice, a 2-time All-Dogwood District. He had a 4.0 in the early college program, and after he graduates, he's going to attend Liberty University to study mechanical engineering. So we're proud of Tristan as well.
Dr. Stanley and members of the school board, as principal of Brookville High School, I am pleased to introduce our salutatorian and valedictorian. Our salutatorian is Brianna Pham. Brianna is the daughter of Ricky and Jenny Pham. Brianna was a member of the girls' tennis team all 4 years, Student Council Association for 3 years, where she served as historian for 2 years and council member for 1 year. A member of the Key Club all 4 years, where she served as historian for 1 year, and a member of the National Honor Society, where she served as historian this year. Brianna served on the Student Advisory Committee for our school for 2 years, where she met with some of you school board members to come up with solutions and implement change in our school building. She participated in Miss Brookville last year, organized and ran a toy drive last year and this year. Brianna is a Gates Scholar. She attended early college where she received the Governor's Scholar Medal. Brianna plans to attend University of Virginia to study human biology and then also attend med school. Thank you, Brianna. Our valedictorian for BHS is Parker Stanberry. He is the son of Fred and Susan Stanberry. Parker played soccer all 4 years, wrestled his 9th and 10th grade years. He served as a member of the Student Council Association this year, a member of Key Club 11th and 12th grade, a member of the National Honor Society 11th and 12th grade, a member of the Chess Club 10th and 11th grade, and a member of the Latin Club 9th and 10th grade. Parker attended the Central Virginia Governor's School and was Big Future Ambassador this year. He earned the Big Future National Merit Program Award, the AP Scholar with Distinction Award, and was a Central Virginia Governor's School Ambassador his 11th grade year. Parker is an Eccles Scholar, which is merit-based honors program at UVA, where less than 10% are accepted, and he is also a Jefferson Scholar finalist. Parker will also attend University of Virginia to study pre-med, or human biology, and then move on to pre-med. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Dr. Stanley and members of the board. It is my pleasure to introduce you to both of Rustburg High School's valedictorians for the class of 2026. First, we have Vaness Chen. He is the son of Zifu Chen and Yuli Ni. Throughout his time at Rustburg High, Vaness has distinguished himself through excellence in academics, leadership, and involvement in school activities. He has participated in Chess Club, National Honor Society, Indoor Track, STEM Club, and Disc Golf Club. He has earned recognition as an AP Scholar, received the College Board Rural and Small Town Recognition Award, and achieved certifications as a Microsoft Office Specialist Associate, Word Expert, and Excel Expert. This fall, Vaness will attend Virginia Tech to pursue a degree in computer engineering with plans to build a future in software development or computer hardware engineering. Congratulations, Vaness. Next, we have Braden Hall. Braden is the son of Mr. Patrick Hall and Ms. Susan Hall. During his time at Rustburg High School, Braden has demonstrated dedication, discipline, and excellence both in the classroom and through athletics. He has competed in the varsity indoor and outdoor track for 4 years, varsity cross country for 3 years, and varsity swim for 1 year. Braden's academic and technical accomplishments are equally impressive. He's earned the NOCTI CAD and Microsoft Office Specialist certifications and received honorable mention from the Virginia Junior Academy of Science for his research project titled "The Effect of Filament Type on the Tensile Strength to Mass Ratio of a 3D Printed Object." In addition, he has been recognized as an AP Scholar for his outstanding academic achievement. This fall, Braden will attend the United States Naval Academy, where he plans to pursue his interest in nuclear engineering while preparing to serve his country. He was also the recipient of a scholarship from the United States Naval Academy for 4 years, totaling $431,000. Congratulations, Braden.
Good evening, Dr. Stanley, Chairman Phillips, and fellow members of the board. My name is Will Cartwright, principal of William Campbell Combined School, and I'm honored to recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian tonight for the William Campbell's class of 2026. It is my pleasure to first introduce our valedictorian, Lacey Cox. Lacey is the daughter of Kyle and Jessica Cox and has distinguished herself as a remarkable student, leader, and representative of William Campbell. She has been actively involved in school organizations, including tennis for 4 years, which she'll be competing in the state doubles and singles on Friday and Saturday, and volleyball for 1 year, Beta Club for 4 years, Fellowship of Christian Athletes for 3 years, yearbook staff for 3 years, and then the early college program for 2 years, where she was also a member of Phi Theta Kappa for 2 years. Lacey's academic accomplishments are outstanding. In addition to being named our valedictorian, she is the recipient of the J.P. Stevens Award for Science, is an honor graduate, an early college program graduate, and the recipient of a William Campbell Sportsmanship Award. This fall, Lacey will attend Liberty University, where she plans to major in exercise science with a minor in family and childhood development. Her goal is to ultimately become a pediatric occupational therapist. Her hard work and dedication have earned her numerous scholarships, including the Frey Family Trust Scholarship, Sterling Meadows Memorial Scholarship, the Maddox and Smith Memorial Scholarship, CVCC Scholarship, and Liberty University Merit Scholarships, totaling over $104,000. Lacey's commitment to excellence in the classroom, on the court, and within her school community has made a lasting impact at William Campbell. We are proud of all her accomplishments and cannot wait to see the success she has in the future. Please join me in congratulating Lacey Cox. All right, our salutatorian unfortunately could not be here, but it is still my honor to recognize them, Michaela Isaacs. Michaela is the daughter of Jenna Isaacs and has demonstrated a strong commitment to academic excellence throughout her time at William Campbell as well. She has been involved in several activities, including yearbook staff for 3 years, Beta Club, cheerleading, and basketball. Michaela's achievements include being named the Class of 2026 Salutatorian, receiving the J.P. Stevens Award for Mathematics, graduating as an honor graduate, and completing the early college program. This fall, Michaela will attend Central Virginia Community College and Centra College to pursue a degree in nursing. Her long-term goal is to become a midwife and serve families through compassionate health care. Michaela's dedication, perseverance, and academic success have earned her this distinguished honor. We're proud of her and all she has accomplished. Please join me in congratulating the 2026 salutatorian, Michaela Isaacs.
So once again, I would like to extend congratulations to the class of 2026. Their accomplishments are a testament to their hard work, the support of their families, and the dedication of our educators and staff. We are proud of all 592 graduates and look forward to the positive contributions they will make in their colleges, careers, military service, communities, and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just quickly say congratulations to all of our valedictorians, salutatorians, to all of our seniors who are graduating. To you all in the room, you all did a great job with your graduation speeches. They were phenomenal. It takes a lot of courage and guts to get up and do that. And the Rustburg Val Pals, I love that. You guys were fantastic. I think we'd like to step outside and take a picture if that's okay.
Why won't us in there? Bunch of dummies in there with all their smart ones.
I was gonna say, y'all need us. We should take them all together.
Wow. I don't care.
He's like, okay, I'm going.
Smarts rub off on y'all, they were pretty much, their smarts rub off on you. Too late. Too late? Oh, okie dokie. Man, you got empty pretty quick.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And there were no.
You know how to clear a room. That's right.
All right. So yeah, on behalf of the board, nobody's left, but congratulations to all of our salutatorians and valedictorians. Outstanding job on their behalf with all their accomplishments. Board will hear matters from the floor. Do we have any speakers tonight? None? Okay. Approval of the May 11th, 2026 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion in regard to the meeting minutes? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Payment of the bills. Do I have a motion for payment of the bills?
Mr. Chairman, I move we pay the bills.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion in regards to the bills this past month? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Acceptance of donations, Ms. McClanahan.
Tonight you have a list of 11 donations for approval. Unless you have any questions, I ask that you approve them as presented.
Motion. Second.
Got a motion, and who was the second? Pearman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Pearman, that is. So. Motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Consideration of requests for supplemental appropriations. Ms. McClanahan.
Tonight you have 5 supplemental appropriations for approval. Ask that you approve them as presented.
Motion approved.
Second.
Okay, we'll give that to, who was that?
Who's that?
Karen?
Yeah.
Okay. Motion and second. Any discussion in regards to the supplemental appropriations? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Consideration of personnel report. And Ms. Huntley is absent, so.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. I am not Ms. Hunley tonight, but I am presenting the personnel report for you. I did just want to give you an update. Our schools have been working very hard on filling positions. We currently have 23 openings, as well as 2 administrative openings that we are hoping to fill this week. So we're continuing that work. Also, I did get a report from Dr. Ranella in regards to bus drivers. We are still short 10 both full-time as well as part-time drivers as of right now. He does, though, have a CDL class starting next week. 4 are signed up, and that does include a mix of internal and external candidates. So that will be starting next week and continuing to work on those openings as well. So unless you have any questions, I would ask that you approve the personnel report as presented.
What do you consider internal candidate?
They might be a bus aide who we are trying to move into a CDL driver position. Mhm. You're welcome.
Motion approved.
Second.
All right, any other questions in regards to personnel report for Dr. Hale? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Hale.
I did just want to also share a quick update about our Teacher Learning Academy. It was held last week, June 3rd through 4th. Our theme was CAMP, which stands for Connect, Apply, Motivate, and Practice. We had 404 educators participate with 119 presenters and 107 sessions. So I know that Rustburg was quite busy Wednesday and Thursday, and appreciate everyone who was able to attend. I did also want to share a quick thank you to the committee because this is a special group. They're a joy to work with. First, I did want to highlight Amy Abel. She's really the leader of this group and does a phenomenal job, but as well as our other members, including Jamie Banton, Kim Bond, Ashley Bright, Kelly Calloway, Sarah Davis, who is at Brookville High School. We have several Sarah Davises, Jonathan Fallon, Cindy Gotze, Judith Hedgepath, Amy Sankston, and Leah Talbert. So I did just want to say a quick thank you. We had a great 2 days and a lot of fun.
That group puts in an awful lot of hard work, and they are so talented and energetic and creative.
Mm-hmm.
You see their T-shirts, they say Camp TLA. Those were great, but I saw one other T-shirt that I thought was better. It said, Smokey the Bear, only you can prevent dumpster fires.
We had a lot of
fun.
And we already have plans for the next 2 years, so they're great to work with. But I did want to say a big thank you to everyone who participated and supported, as well as to our transportation shuttle drivers as well. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Consideration of the 25-26 year-end resolution. Ms. McClanahan.
Tonight for approval, we have the annual resolution for year-end, cleaning up of the records and making sure everything's in balance. So unless you have any questions on this, I ask that you approve that.
Okay, get a motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions, concerns? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Consideration of religious exemptions. Dr. Hale, you may as well just stay up there.
Yes,
Rolling
good
tonight.
evening. I am not Dr. Wilson, but we'll be sharing. We have one student that is a consideration for religious exemption. The family has filed the proper documentation, and where we do have a recommendation that we grant this religious exemption. So unless you have any questions, I would ask that you approve the student as presented.
Motion.
Second.
We'll give that to Ms. Parker for the second. I think that was you, Ann. All right, any questions in regard to the religious exemption? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Hale.
Thank you.
Consideration of the Title 1A, Title 2A, Title 3A, and Title 4A grant proposals. Dr. Stanley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you know, every time this year we bring to you our grant proposals. These are our federal grants. Title I is basically for our most at-risk kids. Title II is related to professional development. Title III is our EL students, along with immigrant students. And Title IV is basically an all-around academic support. We rely heavily on these funds, and I would ask that you approve those tonight.
Not everybody at once. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions, concerns?
Did any of these go down, Clay, or?
Not that I'm aware of. I think they all pretty much stay
Stay the
fairly
same.
consistent.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And motion carries. Consideration of property transfer for new Campbell County Animal Shelter. Dr. Stanley.
Well, as you all know, a couple months ago, Mr. Tweedy was nice enough to come and talk to us about county's plan for the new animal shelter. And we've talked about how it sits on Campbell County school property. So a request from the county would be to transfer those property rights to the county in order for this project to move forward. As part of that conversation, I think that you all had some more questions you wanted to see answered. One was you wanted to see a site map to the best of our ability, which Mr. Tweedy has provided. He even went out and staked off property boundaries and the potential site for the building, which he can speak to. And then I appreciate Mr. Tweedy being here again tonight. Mr. Rogers, thank you for coming. See if we got any other questions. I think one of the biggest questions that we had was, is this really the best site to put this? Because, we have concerns about, the future of the tech center, what that could look like. But from our conversations, I do feel like this is, in the county's opinion, the best site to put it. And we also had concerns about if the animal shelter ever abandoned this property, how could we ensure that this would stay in our hands and in the school board's hands? And so Mr. Rogers has done some work on that I think he can address tonight as well. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Tweedy and Mr. Rogers.
Okay, again, appreciate you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, having me back again. As you mentioned, I went over and staked out the approximate corners and also staked out a building. Now, the building has not been designed. It's estimated to be in the 6,000, a little bit better square foot range, so I just took a building 40 feet wide and 150 feet long to get to 6,000 feet, put a little bump on the front for an entrance. Again, located about 70 feet from the existing animal shelter. It might move up the hill. Again, I think the front is probably close to where it might be. The back could be, I think the building is liable to be not quite as long and maybe a little bit deeper, so it could go back a little bit further. But again, I think that's showing the maximum width it would be an approximate location based on what we know right now. So again, that was something that maybe people can see a little bit better. So again, happy to answer your questions.
Who will actually own this building? Campbell County?
Campbell County, yes.
Or Bark? So
Excuse me?
Bark's just putting money into it.
Yes, Campbell County will own it's Campbell County's property.
And the existing shelter will be demoed.
That is my understanding, that in the condition it's in, the plan is, once it's done, is to clean up the area and demo it so that we make it look nice, because spending a fair amount on the shelter, we don't want it to look less than very presentable.
I think maybe one of the other questions we had was what happens if they ever abandon it? And Mr. Rogers, I don't want to put you on the spot, but at the same time,
No, thank you. I
we'd
appreciate
mentioned about having a first right of refusal.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Thank you for your time tonight and your consideration on this. That is right. Dr. Stanley shared that question, absolutely great question. So we ran it through legal counsel, and the mechanism by which we would do that would be for the school to transfer the acreage to the county, and then the county to do a public hearing, because that would count as an infringement on the property. And so what I can commit to you is I'll absolutely schedule the public hearing. I don't get to pick the outcome of public hearings, right? So I just want to be very candid. There's just a mechanism to do that. I don't think anyone is unfriendly to the idea, but that would be the process that would be followed to get there.
But there's no other location in the county that this can go.
This is the site the board has chosen, and so at a staff level, that's the site we're working toward. I mean, the county does own other property. Most of that is envisioned for economic development, and so I think the thinking is this is a site that's been the traditional home to the shelter. It is centrally located in the community, and it leaves other acreage available for future economic development consideration.
I mean, I guess one issue I got is if we ever want to expand, this takes part of that away. And the security of, now if you're on school property, we can have you arrested. Where this would be 2 acres not on school property that we would pretty much have no control over. And I'm a little concerned about if a dog got out and attacked a kid at the playground.
Yeah, so I think those are excellent considerations, and please know that the county shares the school board's interest in public safety, and particularly the safety of the children on the campus, as I'll call it. So the new facility would actually be designed probably to be definitely to be a safer intake and exercise opportunity for the animals, particularly the drop-offs in a sally port type of arrangement instead of what we're currently doing now to mitigate some of that, but happy to work with the school board on any other security concerns that you may have. That's common ground for us, right? You won't have any separation from us on wanting to be as secure as possible.
Yeah, I think the idea is to definitely have some fencing around the whole backside of animals where they would be in a fenced area, not just loose. And the sally port is very important.
Would you guys consider a long-term land lease? That way, like a 50-year land lease, let's say $1 a year, and that way you guys can get started on your building project and the animal shelter can get going, but we can reevaluate in 50 years or sooner if need be. If it doesn't take off or doesn't end up staying right where that is, we would have the opportunity to get that land back for a further expansion, because I know there's a lot of people that would like to expand the technical center, and that way we wouldn't have to worry about the fight back and forth or the cost, but you guys could still move forward with your plans, and we could still have that peace of mind that if it ever came to that, and it may never, in 25, 50 years we could say, hey, we're not really going to use that, go ahead, but it gives us the leeway to kind of hold it in our back pocket, I guess, but I don't want to hold the animal shelter back. I just would like to have that peace of mind knowing that if we could one day, it's still an option.
Yeah, so I would live in that optimistic perspective that at such time in the future, reasonable minds would understand that given where it is, probably the most appropriate thing to do would be to revert it to a school use. Who knows where we're at in 40 years? I'm looking around the room, and I believe, at the risk of sounding morbid, that will be someone else's conversation to have. But it is absolutely appropriate to do the proper planning now. The question of the lease is entirely the school board's. The county's request is for ownership of the property. That's the norm when you go to develop a property and do the planning and the design work so that you have ownership of that property. I just don't want the concern to be rooted in any sense of discord, right? I think we would all collectively work together to make the best and highest use of that property in the future if it's not an animal shelter. But there will be millions of dollars put into the facility,
Right.
and the intent would be that it operates as an animal shelter for the foreseeable future.
If it was a long-term land lease, would that impact your lenders or grant programs?
No, I don't believe it would. This will be locally funded, and then as Mr. Maddox pointed out, there's a significant amount of community fundraising that would contribute to that overall price point.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but leasing would also allow the school board, as it's still owning the land, to be able to have some control over any further improvements or additions that will come in the future as well. Something to discuss.
So I think that I want some clarity when we're talking about the ground lease. Are you suggesting that the school board retain ownership and do the lease because the county's asking us to give them ownership, and then it would be up to them to decide how it's handled then? So are we talking about keeping the property ourselves, which would also include liabilities, if we did a ground lease and we kept it in our ownership? Just FYI, just something to consider. Or are we saying, you know, please, if we grant it to the county, if we let them take ownership, are we requesting that they do the ground lease, and then of course the supervisors would vote on that decision?
And just 2 cents here from the peanut gallery, to own property that you then subsequently turn around and go back to lease back from somebody who transferred the property to you might be an odd construct. Doesn't mean it can't be done, but it would be a bit irregular.
And the first right of refusal that we discussed, that would be in the deed for the property, that if it came up, then you'd have the public hearing, and then we could request to be the first people to have an opportunity to reacquire it.
Correct. We would do that public hearing, requesting that language for future consideration, presuming the board was friendly to that and it passed. That's where it would reside. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
Has
I guess
Oh, go ahead, Barry.
to continue with that, 40, 50 years down the road, I wouldn't want whoever is on the school board to be faced with, they're gonna move to Timberlake, and since they own the property, they wanna sell it back to the county. Is that, we wanna avoid that at all costs.
But the county, we're giving the property to the county,
County.
not to the animal shelter.
Right.
So the county's gonna own the property that the shelter's sitting on.
That's correct. And just for clarity of the discussion, it's not the Humane Society. It is not FOAC, an exceptional volunteer organization, by the way. It is not BARC, and another exceptional volunteer organization. This is a county-owned property. This is a county-owned facility. This is a county-operated facility.
Thank you. Sure. I was thinking it was Bark too. Well, not that I love them, don't get me wrong.
Right. I don't want to take any credit from BARC. They're doing yeoman's work fundraising, but they're a fundraising arm.
Yeah, but they're just trying to make it nicer.
That's right. Yes, sir.
They want certain things in it, they're willing to raise the money for.
Right.
Right.
Has the Board of Supervisors approved this location?
Yes.
Okay, any further questions or?
What's the time frame for this?
Well, we just issued the RFP for architectural services to start the design, so I would hope that by early
Next year.
fall, that we would have somebody on board and starting the process to figure out exactly what it looks like. It might take another 4 to 6 months to get it ready, but hopefully bids would be early next year.
Thank you.
Do you foresee any interruptions in our traffic flow when this construction starts? With the traffic that comes from 29 and comes through Yellow Branch and out through here, do you
I
foresee?
mean, it's not that big a building, and I'm sure that they would work with the schools to make sure any deliveries would be, of any consequence, would be, after hours or at appropriate times.
Okay.
I don't think, that would be one of the things, we'd certainly be sure that there was a lot of coordination if they were doing anything big, but it's a relatively small building. The biggest thing is going to probably be the delivery of some of the steel and some of the main components, but they're going to be not a whole lot of those either.
You would just make some people very irritated if you said this road is blocked while we're building this.
No, we won't be, no.
They already get very irritated.
Everybody would be, including us, would be very irritated if we blocked the road. I don't think we'd be blocking any roads at all, but it might be that we try to schedule it where, not people dropping off and picking up. Any main deliveries need to be after that time, either real early in the morning, mid-morning, or something like that. No, we would tell them in the part of the bid package to limit the delivery times to be coordinated with the schools.
And a smaller consideration to be sure, but we're going to be continuing to operate an animal shelter there.
Yes.
So,
That's right.
we're going to need our staff and public to have access as well.
We also have to consider driver education classes too, since that's adjacent, so.
Right up at the range there, yes, sir.
Mr. Hardy, you still good with having new neighbors or having a new neighbor house?
I mean, I'm fine with, with having new neighbors and an improved animal shelter. I think it would be an asset to the county as far as that goes. I think that, ultimately, I see the partnership possibilities between the school system and a facility like that. I've spoken to some of you about the possibility of, say, a veterinary science or a small animal care program where you have access to the animals in this locality as far as a career and technical program that we don't currently offer. As being a possibility, not to say that it is, but I know that some of you have talked about, with me in meetings about, expanding some of the things at the technical center. So I see that as not counterproductive opportunity, but one that is opportunistic.
Thank you.
All right. Any further questions for Mr. Tweedy or Frankie, the ones? Everybody good?
Is this like an action item tonight, or what's our time frame here?
It is an action item tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So I would suggest, Ms. Vaughn, recognizing your suggestion for lease, we would put up for motion first for the property transfer, and if that does not get a first and a second, we'll consider a lease after that, so.
So is the motion for us to retain ownership of the property then?
No, it would be
Because we
transfer of
can't make a
property.
motion for the supervisors to, we can only decide if we're gonna let them take the property or not. We can't tell them what to do with it then after we give it to them.
Right. Our motion today would be the property, to allow for the property transfer, to be in favor of the property transfer to Campbell County. And then they would have their follow-up meeting to decide if,
Right.
with the hearing,
You were
if that
just talking
actually
about a
happens.
motion for the lease, and I just want to make sure if we were trying to keep it and lease it, before I knew how to vote.
I don't think we want to maintain ownership of something we have no control.
That's the only way we could lease it, is if we own
So, do we have a motion for the property transfer?
So moved.
it. Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the property transfer to Campbell County for the new animal shelter approval. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
No.
I would consider it if it was a long-term land lease.
Okay, so we have Ms. Vaughn and Mr. Maddox opposed.
I just think there's someplace else in the county this could go instead of in our 45-acre campus. Great program. I'm not knocking anybody here, but I don't know if this is the best location for it.
Okay, so the record will show Mr. Maddox, Ms. Vaughn opposed, Ms. Parker, Mr. Jones, Ms. Tanner, and Mr. Pearman in favor, so the motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming out this evening.
Hey, thank you. And while we've got you, I may have thanked you last time you were here, but Mr. Tweedy's retiring at the end of the month. I know to Mr. Rogers' disappointment, but I know I've mentioned it. I don't know how we could have done these construction projects and renovation projects without Cliff. He's been fantastic to work with. He always puts the schools first when it comes to choosing what is in our best interest, but making sure that the other side is doing it the right way. And Cliff, I appreciate that very much, more than you'll ever know.
Yeah, I'll be here through the end of July.
Congratulations on retirement.
Mr. Tweedy, appreciate you.
See you Thursday.
Yep, see you Thursday. Yeah.
All right, Clay, or Dr. Stanley, as we have it, the superintendent will update the board on several topics.
Yep, got a few things for you tonight. First of all, as you all know, graduation ceremonies were fantastic. I think my graduation moment came without the vistas. When we had a student who was the, I think, president of the National Honor Society get up and start speaking. Her name was Persia Goggins, and as soon as she started to speak, I just looked back and told Dr. Hale, she's not going to have any problems being successful. And then lo and behold, turns out she's got a I believe, a $390-some thousand full ride to Yale. So I was right. She's going to be just fine. Anyway, all of our speakers were great. Great day. After that, obviously, we had TLA, and then we also had our end of the year celebration where our administrators get together and we recognized Christy Cundiff, we recognized Bruce Abbott, Vicki White, and Leanne Mason. Those are kind of in our administrative world that are retiring and doing something different. And they're certainly all going to be missed and done a great job for us over the years. A lot of years there. Hopefully you heard from some of the teachers. I think the day I sent the email regarding the bonus coming out in June, you could hear a wave of celebration. Our teachers were very appreciative and very happy. So thank you for your support with that. We had, about 2 years ago, Dr. Shields and some of our central office staff applied for a NNDCC program, which is like a JROTC program. And last week, we got notification from the Department of the Navy that their application had been approved. And so that's very exciting. It was approved to establish a National Defense Corps of Cadets effective July 1st, 2026 or 27. And I think in terms of planning and financial planning and space planning, we're going to elect for 27. But we're going to get this process going. And so I want to congratulate Dr. Shields on that. I have asked him, and I've also talked to Mr. Hardy, is this a program that we could potentially bring over here and make it a little bit more regional? I don't want to do anything to sabotage the efforts there because I know it will be a great program. But that's something that we have to all start planning for in terms of staffing. So anyway, congratulations. If you have any questions on that, let me know. And that's not to discourage other schools from applying as well. But Rustburg did do that. Like I say, we've been waiting about 2 years and found out this past week. So at our last meeting, you all made a request of me to develop an RFP, a request for proposals for legal services, which we have done. And so tonight I'm going to give everybody a draft copy of what that looks like. We have Tripp Eisenhower, the attorney for the county, who's looking that over. And we've contacted their procurement office. I forget her name.
Ms. Bobbitt.
Ms. Bobbitt, but she's putting all that together. So what I want to do they have copies already?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we're going to distribute those to you for your review. Take a look at it. The first part of it kind of gets into the meat and potatoes, qualifications, experience, pricing, things like that. And then the second half of it is, like all RFPs, a lot of legal language. That's pretty much the same on all RFPs. So, like I say, take a look at it. It would be nice to issue this. I would like to be able to do it at the end of the week. If you've got any questions or revisions, let me know, any recommendations. But if we can issue it at the end of the week, we'll have it out there for 2 weeks, and I might be able to come back with a recommendation in July. And tomorrow I can also send you an electronic copy too, if you'd prefer that. I prefer paper, but we all have our preferences. Just a reminder from Mr. Tanner and Mr. Maddox that Thursday night we have a joint board committee meeting. It's going to be here at the Tech Center at 6 o'clock, and it's going to be in the media room. As you come in the door, take a left, and we're going to be meeting with 2 members of the supervisors, along with Mr. Tweedy and Mr. Rogers, to discuss the Alta Vista Combined School Renovation Project. And I think what we're looking at there is, what are some of the priorities? What were some of the things that pricing required us to exclude that we might want to have back in there as alternates? And then really, what does that procurement model look like, as well as the final ask in terms of dollars? What do we think is going to be the amount that's going to cover that and do it right? So that'll be what we talk about on Thursday night, and hopefully keep this project moving forward. We still do not have a budget. Hopefully that budget will be passed in Richmond at the end of the month. For the first time since having these conversations, I heard somebody today say, what does a lockdown look like? And nobody really knows what that would look like in Virginia, so we're going to assume that's not going to happen, that our legislators will get together and have us a budget by the end of the month. As soon as we do, we'll amend the budget that we've already passed to include any changes and get you to approve that. And then the last thing I've got for you is today was the first day of summer school. And the good news is we've got 718 students registered. We have 396 elementary students and 322 secondary students. Got off to a good start, but we did have our first bus accident in a long time, but everybody was okay, thankfully. So that's all I've got for you tonight. If you got any questions of me on anything, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise,
Do a little overview of this, the procedure after we receive the,
sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep, all right, so what happens
If we get
is,
50, what happens?
yeah, good question. Let's 50 is a lot.
Well, I'm just,
But
If you get 10,
typically,
let's say
right?
if you get 10.
So typically what happens with all RFPs and professional services that we handle is we'll issue the RFP, we'll issue it for about 2 weeks. Then we have that date and we'll issue that on EVA, which is a program that school systems put RFPs on. So we get that back and then we develop a committee. The committee is normally made up of who most likely handles the service. Mr. Fisher handles landscaping, okay, and HVAC type things. So in this case, I would say Amy Hunley, Amy Hale, Jennifer McCormick, and Brian Wilson are the ones that are picking up the phone and making the calls weekly to legal services. So they would sit down with a criteria sheet that would basically say experience here, break it down to about 4 or 5 different categories, and then they will rank them. And then what we'll do is at your request, we'll bring those rankings back and provide them to you and make a recommendation for your approval. Okay.
Thank you.
Could there be somebody from outside the school system on that committee?
There's
I mean,
not
like a
normally.
lawyer from Lynchburg or somebody that knows.
There's not normally.
Might be worth
We
thinking
want
about.
somebody outside deciding for us who our attorney is.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Stanley. Got matters from the board, so we'll start with Mr. Maddox tonight.
Okay, I'll be quick. Attended graduation, it was great. One thing about Persia, she is the daughter of one of our employees. And she is an outstanding young lady, there's no doubt about that. I also attended the signing day for career day. That was awesome. I think it was 30 kids that actually went in the workforce, and they all seemed to be excited about that. That's a great program. And that's all I got.
Okay, Mr. Pearman.
Good evening, everybody. I'll be short as well. Got to attend baccalaureate and graduation at William Campbell Combined School at Liberty University. Was very impressed by Ms. Cox, our valedictorian, her speech, as well as Ms. Isaacs, our salutatorian. She had a wonderful speech as well. And Ornasia Dews. She was a historian, so she got up and she got to speak as well. So all three of them gave dynamic speeches. To see those young ladies up there at the culmination of their high school career. And two of those three ladies, Ms. Cox and Ms. Dews, are still competing, representing William Campbell as well. Ms. Cox is going to states in our singles and doubles competition. So good luck to her as well. It's upcoming. Ornasia Dews just finished the state 1A track meet, where she placed first in 4 events. Correct me if I'm wrong, Principal Cartwright, but the 100, the 200, the 400, and the triple jump. She set a class record in the triple jump. I think that's it. One more? And the 200 as well. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep up with. She breaks too many records. But she had a dynamic performance, and hopefully we have Miss Cox do the same exact thing here pretty soon as she competes in state. So congratulations to our graduates. We have some people pursuing some great career paths as well as going into the workforce of the military. So I'm excited to see where they progress from here. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Pearman. Ms. Small.
Thank you. I enjoy observing Field Day at Leesville Road. It was wonderful to see all the students celebrating a successful school year and having fun with their classmates. Despite the weather moving everything inside, staff and parents did a great job making the day a success. I also wanted to thank all of the teachers for all of their thoughtful end of the year themes and activities and end of the year parties. They're so thoughtful and detailed and thought out, and all the support from parents. So it always makes for a memorable end of the year. Graduation was a highlight for me, and I was incredibly proud of all of our graduates and their accomplishments, and I wish them the very best as they begin their next chapter. I was also very impressed, as always, by the Teacher Learning Academy. The variety and quality of professional learning opportunities available to our staff was outstanding and reflects the dedication of our educators to continuous growth. The list of classes that our staff was able to choose from was very impressive, but also I heard about potato stamping, carving potatoes and then stamping. I was like, huh, okay, that's interesting. So they get to do fun stuff there. Congratulations to our Brookville track and field athletes on an outstanding performance at the VHSL State Championships, including state titles by Michaela Akuli and Kaylin Tucker, along with numerous other state placers and personal best performances. We are proud of all of our student athletes and coaches. I hope everyone has a safe, relaxing, and enjoyable summer.
Thank you, Ms. Baum. Ms. Tanner.
Yes, so I also got to enjoy our field day. That was a wonderful blast. I did the limbo. That was my station was to run the limbo, so I had a lot of fun doing that. Of course, graduation was an absolute highlight. I look forward to that every single year, being able to participate in that with Brookville. But I wanted to share when I stopped by the high school, and honestly, I don't remember why I stopped by. I think there was a reason at some point, but I stopped by. They were all at rehearsal on Friday, but I saw, Dr. Hale, Dr. Wilkerson were there kind of covering because our administrators were all gone with our seniors doing rehearsal. But I want to share Bruce Abbott's comment, and I have to go back, and Bruce Abbott was part of my administrative staff when I was a teacher back, 30 plus years ago, 35, 40 years ago, 35, I don't know where I was. But his absolute giddy when I walked in because he had just found out that one of the students they weren't sure was going to be able to walk for graduation had passed and was going to make it. And seeing how excited he was, knowing like he was just a few days out of, from retirement. He had done a long career with Campbell County Schools. Seeing how genuinely, purely excited he was that he got to share that news, it just really brought home the work that our administrators do, that our faculty do, that our staff do every day for these kids up into the very last minute. In essence, that was the morning before graduation, and to be able to let them know that they were going to be able to walk, and just really seeing that pure joy. That was probably my highlight prior to graduation, for to kind of end that year. So I just wanted to share that.
Mr. Jones.
Concord Elementary had their usual end of year festivities. The seniors from Rustburg came and marched through the halls, and a lot of pictures were thrown up on Facebook from proud parents and relatives of the kids that went to school at Concord and they're graduating Rustburg. But it was a very special day for a lot of people. Rustburg graduation, spectacular. I just marvel at looking at the graduates out there with the gold tassels and the gold things indicates honor students, and it looked like God is a whole lot of them out there, because when I went to high school, there wasn't no such a thing as an honor graduate. It was just get by. So Dr. Shields provided me with this information. 206 seniors, 81 of them are honor graduates, which 3.5 or higher. Pretty daggone impressive. 68% of Rustburg graduates are going to go to post-high school training. 24% are going to go to a 2-year trade school or community college. 37% 4-year college or university. Almost $6 million in scholarships for Rustburg graduates. 3% of them are going to go into the military, and 30% are entering the workforce immediately after graduation. I mean, that's impressive stuff. I have to say, y'all have really improved it since I went to school there. I mean, keep up the good work. Ashley Wilson, John Hardy, and George Pearman, appreciate everything you all do to make this place right here shine. The segment on WLNI was just terrific. It was, if you didn't get to hear it, like I make a point to listen to it, because it's really, really good. And everything y'all are doing to pump these kids out of here with a bright future ahead of them, just can't express my gratitude for what you all are doing. Valedictorians and salutatorians, and all the students that graduated and moved on, or just from one grade to the other. I mean, they've all worked their rear ends off to do what they needed to do through the year, and just appreciate all of those. And a special thanks to all of our staff, from Clay to the lower end jobs. I won't list the low end jobs, but everybody worked hard to make this past year a success. And donations, don't forget about the donations that people made this month. And Rustburg High School softball plays tomorrow night in Abington, is that? Huh?
Tomorrow night in Abington.
So,
That's a hike.
So if you don't have anything to do and you want to go watch something exciting, because girls softball is exciting, but you got to watch it all the time, because you never know when that excitement's going to show up. I mean, if you go to the restroom or go get a drink, you may miss the whole game. So, but wish them the best of luck, and that's all I got.
Thank you. Ms. Parker.
Yes, congrats to everybody, obviously. Also to our retirees, what an impressive list of long time, again, showing Campbell County, folks who come and work at Campbell County, stay at Campbell County, retire from Campbell County. It's just impressive. And our Teacher Learning Academy is awesome to help foster those relationships. I say it every year. I didn't get a chance to stop by this year. But, just for teachers to meet other teachers, because they're so busy. How could anyone from Brookville ever meet anybody from Brookville Elementary School except for TLA? And it really just gives so much more collaboration for everybody to see the rest of the community, have the opportunity to meet each other. I want to thank our staff. Clay thanks us as a board, but it was you guys who crunched the budget to allow for bonuses. So thank you guys, everybody involved, Michelle, everybody, and I see them over here writing. You don't have to write all of that good stuff, but all the hard work you guys did to get those bonuses for summer just was very well received by everyone that I ran into, for sure. So I'm super excited about the NDCC, because that was my passion to get ROTC, and like the military blew me off for 3 years because they didn't have staffing, and I mean, it was a nightmare, right? And it took forever. So I was glad. And for the board members who don't know, I guess it would have been Clay and Amy polled the different high schools and students to see if we had enough folks interested, and Rustburg High School had the most interest. So it wasn't like everyone else was excluded. But they showed the most interest for the NDCC program. So I'm super excited to see that go forward. Had a little fun. It also took me 4.5 years, but I actually got live bees into the hive. So I worked with a beekeeper named Paul Tabor, whose kids went to the school. He has a whole setup. He worked for the city of Lynchburg for years, so he has a whole enclosed hive setup, all kinds of prepared educational information. We had a blast. So we hit horticulture in the high school, and in between classes we went to the middle school and just set up in a pod, and oh my gosh, you should have seen the kids. They were so excited, asking a million questions. Found out there are teachers there who are beekeepers, so we're hoping to grow it into something that's more regularly scheduled. And they've even had swarm traps there, and actually the horticulture team has seen how that happens, how they relocate swarms of bees. It was super exciting. I really enjoyed that. And thank you to the LU donation. My goodness, on the donations, all of them, thank you. But LU, again, coming through for Campbell County education is fabulous. And lastly, I'm looking forward, Board Member Pearman and I are going to go and see Andy Dutton tomorrow he's not ready for the grand opening walkthrough, but we're going to go see the brick and mortar for Legacy Education that's being built off Carroll Avenue. And his program, not only all the mentorship and helping with, rigor and how to show you're a valued member of a team when you go to a job interview, and all the things they provide, daycare, rides, time management skills. Now in the last year, they have had 5 kids actually purchase homes. So he connects them with agents in the office and has helped these kids actually achieve home ownership. It's pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to going to see his brick and mortar with Member Pearman tomorrow. And I hope everyone has a great summer.
Thank you, Ms. Parker. So again, to reiterate, thanks to all of our valedictorians and salutatorians for coming out this evening. Congratulations to them and all their accomplishments. Congratulations on another great TLA effort. Great effort there, and that's always exciting to hear about. Did y'all cook s'mores by any chance? Or?
They did.
All right.
We did have it, so it's not like we're super, but very safely.
Mrs. Brown at Yellow Branch emailed me. They had a end of year soaking the principals. Dr. Shields, do y'all do that? Soaking the principals, something to take into consideration. That sounds very interesting. And then the summer recovery program is underway. And she made a point of our custodial team. Hats off to them. This is a busy time of year, getting all the buildings cleaned and refurbished and in good shape. So thanks to the custodial team. And Dr. Shields sent me a quick update. Summer school begins this week. The freshman bridge program will be June 22nd to 25th. And track is competing in state championships. Any updates on that? I got the email Friday, so that was over the weekend, right?
Yeah,
So.
they did this weekend, and had a great turnout. They finished 4th with the boys team.
Okay.
And Alex Dunn won the 300 and long jump. Won the long jump on his last jump.
Oh.
He was actually in 6th place and then won on his last jump.
Wow.
Pretty cool to see.
Yep. So congratulations to them. And I think that is all I had. Dr. Shields, anything else we missed at Rustburg?
Tell them what you had Friday and Saturday that drawing such a big crowd that everybody had. Tell them what it was.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a school function. It was Bust a Move Dance Academy. They had their recital at Rustburg.
Oh, okay.
And people call me and say, what's going on in Rustburg? So give us a demonstration.
Did you bust a move?
I don't think so, man.
Thanks to
Yeah,
you,
Chris
Mr.
Davis'
Cartwright,
fast.
for hanging in there through the whole meeting tonight. Thank you guys for your dedication this evening. At this point, we are ready to adjourn to a closed meeting, so I'll need a motion to convene to a closed session.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we convene in a closed meeting for the discussion of personnel matters relating to assignment, appointment, promotion, performance, demotion, salaries, discipline, or resignation of specific employees, specifically the evaluation contract of the superintendent in accordance with Section 2.2-3711A of 1 in the Code of Virginia, 1950 as amended.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, motion carries, and we'll take a quick 5-minute recess. Good.
Imagine doing that all the way down the floor.
All right, I ask for a motion certifying that to the best of each member's knowledge that during our closed meeting, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law and only such public business matters were identified in the motion convening to the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered in the meeting by the school board.
Motion.
Motion from Gary and a second by Christine. All those in favor, all those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. And now I need a motion on matters discussed in the closed meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the evaluation of employee number 1 as discussed in closed session.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the amended contract extension for employee number 1.
Second.
Second. All right, a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. And lastly, I'll need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed?
Give me a
Motion
trash.
carries. Meeting adjourned.
Bobby was here.